Hello, friends! Today's conversation is about a simple act that changes absolutely everything in your life. It's the moment you decide. Because the energy of a decision has a very real impact on your subconscious mind. It also impacts your identity and the opportunities that show up for you. Before we dive in, if you're feeling called to work together to bring clarity around your next up level, and if you're ready to release the subconscious resistance and step into the identity of your most empowered self, you can apply to work with me through the link in the description. Right now, you might be feeling stuck in the in-between. I've been there. You're probably caught between two worlds. You're successful on paper and you've created so much already, but in the quiet moments, you shift into a subtle daydreaming about your next up level. It feels palpable. It feels like you can live it, like it's so close, and you feel it's the next aligned season for you. And then, just as you're allowing yourself to claim it, you freeze. I know that feeling all too well. You tell yourself you need more clarity, more proof, more signs from the universe. You do this dance several times over and over. One foot in, one foot out. Your indecision is draining your energy and it's keeping you in limbo. This limbo has a familiar flavor. It feels like planning without executing, thinking about the next level but shelving it for another time, seeing others living the very same experience that you're aiming for, and thinking to yourself, must be nice. And you convince yourself it's just not the right time. Decision is an act of self-trust. It is you saying, I know where I'm going, and even if I don't know how, I trust myself to figure it out. Your subconscious mind responds to specificity. It needs a target to move towards. So the moment you choose what you want, your mind starts filtering the world differently. It notices opportunities that were seemingly invisible before. It organizes the world around you around the outcome that you have claimed. When you decide that what you want is inevitable, something powerful happens. You shift into a new identity. You drop out of the old role of the woman who is thinking about her next level, and you step into the identity of the woman who has already chosen it. You start to behave as her, you start to respond as her, and you start to create intentionally as that version. Once that happens, the universe rearranges around the new signal you're sending. People show up, ideas come through, timing aligns perfectly with the right opportunities, and suddenly you're having expansive conversations that you weren't having before. You're guided towards resources that you didn't even know existed, and that is not magic. Even though it feels like it's magical and things are just happening left and right like little miracles, what that is resonance and coherence, because you decided. If you've been stuck between two options or feeling unclear about what you want, it might be because you're protecting yourself. Sometimes the problem isn't lack of clarity, sometimes it's fear. Fear that the bigger dream will invite pressure. Fear that your life will change too much. Fear that you'll outgrow people. And fear that you'll outgrow your own family or some of the friends that you love and have known for years. Fear that you'll lose the freedom instead of gaining it. Fear that you won't be happy when you get there. Fear that you're being ungrateful for what you already have. Your subconscious is wired to keep you safe. It sees unfamiliar territory as dangerous, even if it's everything that you've ever wanted. So it delays the decision, it distracts you, it convinces you to wait. Indecision becomes a form of self-protection. And this might be hard to hear, my friend, but not deciding is still a decision. Are you choosing the version of you who stays exactly where you are? If you're a listener of this podcast, I don't think so. I know this pattern because I've lived this pattern. There were moments in my life where I was holding on to the identity that kept me safe in childhood and in corporate life. I wanted more, but my subconscious kept whispering that more meant losing stability, that I'd be losing approval, and that I'd be losing safety. I had to learn that deciding to pursue my entrepreneurial goals wasn't reckless. It was self-leadership and commitment to my dreams. The moment I finally said yes to the next version of myself, my reality shifted in ways I couldn't have predicted. And the same holds true for my clients. Every breakthrough they've had in income, career, relationships, deeper self-trust, it started with a single decision. Before the strategy, before the plan, and before even knowing how it would happen, it always starts with a decision. You create momentum the moment you choose. When you decide what you want, your subconscious gets the directions it needs. Only then can we identify the beliefs, the conflicts, and the emotions that have been in the way. And that's when tools like subconscious reprogramming, breathwork, NLP, and identity work become effective because they have something to aim at. This is how you break the cycle of limbo. You choose the desire you want to claim, you stop waiting for the conditions to be perfect, and you stop waiting to feel ready. You choose first, and then you grow into the woman who can hold that choice. If this sounds like you, it's time to put a stake in the ground, my friend. You say you want to grow your business, but you keep researching instead of choosing a direction. You say you want a higher income, but you resist raising your prices. You say you want more time freedom, but you hold on to every responsibility that you have out of habit. You say you want more visibility, but you put off starting your podcast. All of these are signs that the desire is there, but the decision hasn't landed. As always, I've got a few journaling prompts to help you uncover what your subconscious is ready for you to process. So bring out your journal and let's get to it. If it felt completely safe to want what I want, what would I choose right now? If I knew that everything would work out in my favor, what decision would I make today? If I trusted myself fully, what would I say yes to? If nothing could be taken from me, what would I allow myself to claim? Let yourself write freely, without judgment. Whatever wants to come through is what is ready to be processed. Your subconscious mind knows the answers. Once you make the decision, everything shifts. You step into a new identity. Your actions become aligned. Your energy becomes clear. You stop leaking power into indecision and you start channeling it into the life that you're actually building. For me, decision is an energetic declaration. It's me choosing the woman that I am becoming. So are you ready to choose the woman that you are becoming? You deserve to choose the life that keeps calling you. And the moment that you decide, the stars align, the seas part, and your dreams unfold. So I'd love to know, what are you finally deciding today? I'd love to know your answer. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.